Welcome, Sagittarius. It's me, Barbara, at Tarot Insight. I've got your 10 card reading here for a weekly reading. I've got a major arcana, we've got a crystal. I'm going to take a few runestones and a couple of romance angels cards for you. So let's dive in and see what's going on with you. Oh, and just before I start, I want to say this is a new channel. I've only been running for about 5 weeks. So if you do enjoy this as you go into the reading, please click on subscribe and it will help me to grow the channel, and invest more time here. So I'd love that if you did. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the Four of Wands, and this is looking at your home life. So this is where you go and feel safe to close out the outside world with the Four of Wands. So are you looking at moving house or maybe doing some improvements in your home? But yeah, it's your focus is on your home life and you're happy ever after. So this is a place to feel safe. You might be celebrating something in your home perhaps. Sometimes it talks about a union of two people that are soulmates as well. So it could be like a marriage card almost with this as well. I get the feeling. There's sort of celebrations with the garlands up here. It's a sense of just a really prosperous, happy energy with this card, and it's about your home. So obviously, that could be related to that card. Then next to it, you've got the Six of Cups. So very, very cozy feelings with this energy in this reading. Actually, on the first part, anyway. So you're feeling emotionally contented around the people that are around you. It can be looking at family ties, even long-standing family relationships with relatives that you might not have seen for a while, but feeling quite nostalgic, but you feel very safe in this energy. It's a very loving and supportive energy. So maybe you're looking at a home that's been your childhood home or something. Maybe you're going home to visit people that you haven't seen for a long time. Or it could be that in your current situation, maybe you've got a family member coming to stay with you, perhaps from a more elderly relative, or it's just that the people around you make you feel contented and safe, and it's a happy, relaxed, harmonious card here with the Six of Cups. So it's very nice, happy and contented feeling around the home, or around the home that you grew up in, perhaps. Okay, and then you've got the Knight of Cups. So this is very much offering some warm, loving feelings towards somebody. It's it's just positive. You feel admired. It's loving. It can be quite a romantic energy as well with the Knight of Cups. So someone who enjoys music. It could be a water sign as well around you. So a creative kind of energy, quite a dreamy energy with the Knight of Cups. So it could be someone that's offering you their some loving attention, or maybe you're offering that to somebody else. But very nice, yeah. And then next to that card, somebody, it might be you or someone around you, feels a bit defensive. So you're not quite sure if you may have been hurt in the past. You're not quite sure if you want to take this cup or if you want to offer this cup, or if someone's going to accept this cup, cup of love. But it's always saying you're stronger than you realise, and you can do this. You've got reserves of energy that are at your fingertips that you can just tap into, and you'll be able to cope. Even it's a wounded warrior here, so even if you've been through previous disappointments in the past, it's fine, because you're strong enough to cope with, if that worst case happened again, you can cope. You can get back up on your feet and you'll deal with it as it happens. But to me, it feels like the environment around this reading is very much more, you're not needing to defend yourself. I mean, you may be feeling nostalgic. Maybe some changes have happened in your childhood environment perhaps, and it makes you feel kind of nostalgic, and you want to guard your heart perhaps a little bit, but it's not something that's going to hold you back at all. No, Sagittarius, Mr. or Mrs. bouncing back up all the time. Sagittarius, you're always so much fun and so sociable and energetic. So then you've got the Emperor card, which is much more it's a very grown-up card. It's very it's like at the absolute male energy, with the Aries sign is related to the Emperor. So if male dynamic energy, this is he's got his you can see he's got his armor on underneath this robe, so he's very much able to go out and deal with anything he needs to in the world, very capably, very strong and out there, confident. It can be an older person, perhaps a wise older person. Maybe you're looking at someone from your childhood that's sort of in the energy in this card that maybe you grew up around and they made you feel safe. But very capable male energy with the Emperor. Sagittarius. So it might be you've got this energy within your chart as well. You know, you might be taking on those qualities. So then you're going within yourself to look for answers. There's a star in the lantern. You're looking for your own way ahead. You're not really relying on other people. It's kind of a reflective mood with the Hermit card. So I'm wondering if there is some kind of some ties to your childhood home, or something to do where you're feeling nostalgic about perhaps an older person. But yeah, you're going within and maybe reflecting a lot about this person or something in your past. So maybe you're just taking some time to yourself, which is obviously good. You know, we all need to do that from time to time to make sure we're on the right track. And for you, what's the right next moves for you, really. But yeah, you've got your light shining in that lantern, and it's Virgo energy as well with the Hermit. So maybe you've got Virgo in your chart, or you may be thinking about someone who's Virgo. Yeah. Okay, and then you've got the it's a slow growth card with the Seven of Pentacles. It can also be talking about jobs where you're, you know, if you're someone who's a parent, you know, maybe you're working from home, or even given up work and slowly focusing on the family and raising a family. These kind of jobs, we're often not really financially repaid. We're not actually being paid for it. So you could be looking at the your work and thinking, okay, you know, you're watching them slowly grow up and thinking, well, you know, what will be my next move when I get to finally see the growth and the prosperity, the fruitfulness of my labours. You know, what will I do? So, of my labour, not labours. That was much earlier when they were born. But yeah, I mean, it can be about looking across and at another field even and thinking, shall I invest some more harvest crops in another field next door, or shall I keep going on with what I'm doing here? But you know, it's often saying with this card, you're worrying unnecessarily. So just, you know that things ripen at the right time. You know, you can't pick the fruits until until it's the right season. So it might be a time of waiting for you. But don't worry, is the message with this card. Then you've got a brilliant new idea about something, an Ace of Swords here. So some of you might have found a solution to maybe an area where you felt a bit nostalgic or a little bit emotionally tied, I'm feeling. So maybe you found a brilliant solution about how to move forward with whatever it is you want to do with your life. You know, it can be about cutting away things that are not really helping you in your current situation. So it does feel a little bit nostalgic, this reading, Sagittarius. So I don't know if there's someone around you that, or in your past, that you're feeling, you know, you're thinking about. So yeah, maybe something's been cut away perhaps with this sword. It might not be you choosing to. I'm not sure here, but if it's a loss, I'm sorry for those that is for. Obviously, it takes time for healing, and I'm wondering if that's what that energy there is as well. There could be time for healing needed here. So then we've got the Seven of Wands, and with the Seven of Wands, you're in a superior position and defending your beliefs. So there might be some cause for you to, you know, you're trying to take direction with something in your life that you feel strongly about, but other people might be attacking your beliefs. You're not being hurt. You're not being injured. You're in a good position, but you're having to defend your beliefs. So, you know, it just might be a slightly challenging energy for a little while, but it won't last for long. You know, it's ongoing. It might be to do with if there is an inheritance as well, because I'm just looking at the next card. There might be some inheritance that needs to be sorted out, and you're having to negotiate and speak with the other family members perhaps, or people that are connected to somebody that may have passed. So that's what the energy is I'm feeling here, Sagittarius. So yeah, and then you've got this, this is like inheritance, this card, it can mean. So with the Ten of Pentacles, it's looking about, you know, legacy, family legacies. I mean, you've got the loyalty of the dogs there as well. So it's talking about long-standing commitments or relationships. There's an older person in this card here. So, yeah, I mean, it tends always an ending as well. There's some sort of ending here. I mean, it can be that there's some good news that comes in, you know, financially. You might be have a nice surprise, you know, there might be some financial rewards for you coming that you didn't see coming here. So that can be quite a positive card for you. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of feelings within this card that, you know, especially looking back to family, of where you grew up, you know, nostalgic times when you were younger with the children playing here, and then feeling emotionally connected to that, maybe an older person, then you're needing to go within to reflect on the situation. And, you know, it just has that feeling of possibly some of you, it's not the same for everybody, obviously, but some of you may be looking at yeah, a change in your family background perhaps. But yeah, there's some money coming in here, so that's kind of good news in some ways for some of you, obviously. Okay, so it's generally, you know, there's a lot of love here, a lot of warmth. I mean, if you've got the Emperor energy within you, that's very dynamic and strong, and people look up to you. I mean, it could be talking about someone that people used to look up to. I'm not sure here, but it's generally, I mean, a positive feeling here, because it's somebody that's people think highly of, you know. So obviously, a life that's been lived in a way that other people appreciate and admire somebody has got to be positive, hasn't it? So then you've got the High Priestess as your major arcana card here. So with the High Priestess, it says, listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. So the archangel to speak to is Hanael. So yeah, very much an intuitive energy with this, you know. You can't just look at logic and charge forward. There's a lot more feeling going on and listening to your inner voice with this. Yeah, and things unfolding as they're supposed to do. So, you know, there might be things that are unseen or don't make logical sense, but there's definitely, you know, you're knowing within yourself what's the right path to take, or the action that's needed. You'll listen to your intuition and you'll be spot on with that. Okay, and then we've got a crystal, and this is a very, well, it's very unusual, this crystal. It almost looks like something to eat, but it's called rhodochrosite, and it says, a new world we can fashion with love and compassion. Very nice with the pink colour as well. It feels quite loving. Rhodochrosite resolves issues of anger and resentment with love, compassion and forgiveness. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, is something to do with your childhood. Maybe you need to resolve some issues. That may be something, you know, if there's something that happened in your past where you may have felt resentful about something, about the way something was dealt with. But this crystal is very helpful for that. A calming, gentle energy that will soften the heart and restore love and peace to all situations. An excellent stone to calm inflammation, irritation, aggravation, and dissolve long-standing issues. Very nice. Okay, so let's take a romance angel. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. The romance angel might come out with a card that's, you know, more like family relationships, perhaps. So, okay, so if I can remind you to click on subscribe, please, and then allow me to keep coming back and doing these weekly readings for you. And I'm going to be trying to do daily readings as well, with just a 3-card, just a little, you know, injection of tarot for your day. For all signs, that would be a general 3-card reading. Sometimes I'll say 3-card and it ends up being a lot more, but, you know. I'm also, should say, I'm available to do private readings. So if you want to have an individual reading with me, the information is below the window here on my website. You can find out how to get in touch with me for a reading. Okay, because I love doing those as well. I'm just all about finding out how people are doing, you know, what's going on in your life, and if I can help in any way, shine light on any situation, that's what I'm really here for. Okay, so, and it's Barbara at Tarot Insight. Okay, come on, Source Energy, thank you for this so far. Right, let's have a look. So we've got 3, okay. So they're not really talking about family. It doesn't feel like this is family energy. So you've got religious factors. Ooh. So it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so that's the one. And then it says flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Very nice, of course. Sagittarius, you're very outgoing and, you know, friendly. I mean, the religious factors might be the area that you're thinking about your childhood. Maybe something isn't quite approved of in your current situation. So linking back to, you know, you've got this older person here. Maybe they're not quite appreciating, if there's someone in your life that you're bringing, maybe they've got a different cultural background. Maybe they've got a different ethnicity. Maybe they're a different age, you know. So with religious factors, maybe that's where there's needing to have this, you know, sense of relieving some resentment. Maybe that's what that's about. But flirt, enjoy yourself, Sagittarius. And then it's saying here that a past life relationship, so you've known each other before. So even if you're having to battle to keep this relationship, and maybe other family members are not quite agreeing with it, you know, there is a genuine pull here. You know, it's for a reason. You're feeling connected to somebody, to this person in this. I mean, you know, the reading to me wasn't particularly about that, but maybe you're having to maybe you need approval from your, or you feel that you need approval, not that you do, but maybe you feel like you need approval from your family background in order to move forward and find your stability and your happy ever after in the Ten of Pentacles. It could be that. I mean, there's obviously different messages in this reading, but maybe you're having to cut away. If it is to move forward towards a soulmate, you might have to cut away old beliefs that are not useful, if you want to be with this person, even if they're not your typical type. Yeah. Okay, let's finish with a runestone or 2 runestones for Sagittarius. That's one more Sagittarius. Okay, lovely. We don't often get that one. We have had this one. This one's been coming up quite a lot. This is talking about change. Let's just make sure we get this right. But it's talking about change with the moon and stars. Let's have a look. So, actually, it's harmony. Sorry, harmony. This symbol represents balance, as Americans believed in balance, peace, harmony among animals, human and plant life. So that's very nice. Yes, I mean, maybe this relationship you're working hard to bring in. Maybe, in yourself, if it feels right, it's bringing in some balance. And this is a bear paw print, which I just love this one. It's so cool. You see it that way around. And that's talking about leadership. And it says, bear animals act as a spirit guide because they have traits admired by humans. Bears symbolise courage and physical strength, as courage as in, maybe having to convince the family, that this is someone different, but, you still want to go ahead. It is a good omen that conveys authority. Meanwhile, bear prints represent leadership. So yeah, Sagittarius, you often are leading at the front, aren't you? Your energy is so dynamic and positive, it's irresistible to other people anyway. Yeah, very, very nice. Okay, well, that's kind of got a few different feelings within this reading. It's got on the one level, which is more family orientated, nostalgic, and then the other level is where you're really pushing forward for a soulmate relationship that might not be, approved of by everybody, and perhaps approved of by older people, like with the Emperor there. But good for you. You've got the strength and the resilience and harmony within you to push forward with this. So good for you. Well done, Sagittarius. So look out for me. I'll be doing your weekly read again really soon, and I'm building up to doing the daily reads as well. Okay, love and light to you. See you soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.